this video, I'm going to give an introduction to filters for an Annotator for Clinical Data Configuration Editor. So let me switch over to the tool. You can see I have the Lupus cartridge already open with a UMLS 2019 AA dictionary added to it. Now, in certain use cases, you may have a situation where your dictionary is large, such as UMLS, and there are certain terms that are in that dictionary that you do not want to be included in your output of the cartridge. However, you want the majority of the other concepts within that cartridge. So in that particular case, what you would do is you would use a filter. So let me first show you some text. So this is a sample text, and if I run this, you can see that there's various concepts that are found from that UMLS dictionary inside of my unstructured text. But suppose I only want the concept or patient to be returned back for my specific use case. In that situation, we would go and we would create a filter. So let's go and create a filter. Okay, now I have this filter. I have the ability to open it, and you'll see here that there's an exclude, include, and then JSON tab at the bottom. So if I only want patient to be returned back, I click the include, because this is saying only include concepts where it's meeting these certain conditions. So if I change this to preferred name, because that's what I know is patient. I could also use CUI as well if I had the CUI concept ID associated to the concept. And I save this, I come back to preview mode. Now if I run this, you'll see only the concept patient is being returned in my analytical results. Now suppose that wasn't the use case you wanted. Instead you want all the other concepts except for patient to be returned. In that situation, we'll come here, we'll delete my include statement, come back to exclude, and now I'm going to say exclude where the preferred name is equaling patient. And we're going to save. And I come back to preview, we rerun. And now you'll see that patient is no longer being returned. There's not an underlined underneath it. But all my other concepts that are being matched in the UMLS dictionary are being returned from Annotator for Clinical Data Service. So now I did that through the filter artifact. However, you also have the ability here within the previews pane to add concepts to your filter. So for example, if I want to remove this concept given, but see, you can see there's 4 concepts that are found for that one particular word because there's 4 underlines. You could also see those concepts here when I hover over it. So if I want to now exclude, I'm going to right click on that concept given, go to exclude, and I'm going to say exclude all concepts that have a surface form of given. And I select my filter, and I say exclude, and now you'll see all 4 of those concepts are no longer being returned by Annotator for Clinical Data. There's also a situation where maybe it's a certain type that you want. If I hover over ISA, you can see that this type is a functional concept. So I have the ability to exclude functional concepts that are in that filter. So that means not just the word ISA, but any concept that has the UMLS type of functional concept will be returned. So for example, with here, it has both intellectual property type and it has a type of functional concept. So if I want to exclude those that are functional concepts, I come over here, I highlight ISA, I say exclude functional concept, add it to my filter. And now ISA is no longer returned and only one concept that is of type of intellectual property is being returned for the concept of with. So this is a brief introduction to the filter, but again, overall, the filter will allow you to either exclude certain concepts that meet your conditions out of the returned results from Annotator for Clinical Data, or it'll allow you to restrict those results that are returned to only to those concepts that are matching certain conditions.